So let me turn this down. Ziggy, Ziggy, volume 4. Better. Okay. In upon looking, I wanted to work further in the background, uh, and I decided, you know, Shreveport and Bossier, we are a place of like where we have like some areas of like high density, and then some areas of more sparse density. But I kind of wanted to play around. And I'm not trying to create an exact duplicate anyway, just a representation. And then I'm kind of letting my mind run free a little bit. And I wanted the idea of some more cityscape further in the back. A lot of places are like that. They'll have like a downtown area, central area, and then they'll have pockets of other areas and everything like that. So in a way, what I'm doing is I'm taking with the work in this painting is I'm making uh, the place a lot bigger than what it is, But that's cool. So, and then I worked here with just a little structure out in the foreground. I'm kind of gonna put some things here, even though it's not the finished product. But yeah, I wanted I needed this. I needed this for scale and perspective. I needed something in the back there. And it doesn't have to be specific, uh, you know. And it's okay that it's a little blurry because everything in the foreground is blurry too, and that's actually going to lend itself to the effect of the to the finished effect of what I'm trying to produce. So cool. And like I said, when I get to this level, I do little bits of tweaking on this painting on a canvas like this, a little bit at a time, and it's cool. But you see how we have like some of this atmosphere that looks sort of in the foreground, but this is not really the foreground. This is kind of like the middle ground. but but then we have these recursions of shapes in the background. Um, it gives perspective, and you know, I don't know. I'm happy with it. I won't really know how I feel until it dries completely. There's a little bit of it that kind of got onto the top of this structure here. That's okay, because what I'm going to do is come through with a slight feathering effect and just kind of like it won't matter. Like that it'll whatever. Uh, I'll just turn that into something else. As a matter of fact, hang on. There, done. Now it barely registers at all. What that little streak that you're seeing there, it does not matter, and it only really shows up on this light representation of light of this canvas. It really doesn't show on the canvas at all. So, yeah. Uh, Lots of liberties. Lots of liberties. So, the thing about a canvas, a painting, when I start out, I'll start out with an idea and a direction that I'm going in, and it uh, very seldom goes in the full direction in which I think that it's going to go. It normally takes turns, veers and becomes something else. Uh, in this case, though, I would say the middle ground of what I'm doing is kind of like working at the side view of this building and stuff like that. Even though it's not an exact replication uh, of what I'm seeing out of the window, uh, when it is juxtaposed from the window, and then, of course, the people who have come to the apartment, they will have been through this little area, and they will see how the building, the various structures of the facades of the building that make up my complex, they're not all the same. They're broken up. And so, yeah, that's kind of cool. As a matter of fact, just to give a reminder, hang on. So you see, I mean, it's like I'm looking at the building kind of going at an angle like this, and it's like wide here, kind of gets smaller going out there. So, uh, yeah. All right. So, it's time for me to set this aside, let it, kind of let it sit, let it cool. It's something you do with writing too. When you write something, a first draft of something, then you set it aside and you let it cool, and you come back to it sometime later. Well, it's like that with me in my paintings and stuff like that. Uh, I don't just sit down and paint something in one setting. I just can't do that. I wish I could work that way. Uh, Even with fast drying and well blending acrylic, I don't know. Okay, love and light, peace, manana.